Raw Show. Parental discretion is advised.
You're tuned into The Raw Show.
Miss LB Management.
063.
Eventlevel.com. Indie Republic. We are indie.
Butthole, butthole, butthole.
You are now tuned in to Raw on Monday nights on eventlevel.com. Indie Republic. Let's go.
Raw Show.
Oh, damn. Do you know what you've done? Take your condoms off. Pull your tits out. We like it. Real. Raw. A-Money. Drew Nasty. Marat. Do yourself a favor. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Turn your stereos up. Do yourself a favor. Get ready for the Raw Show. Raw and uncut entertainment and music. Let's get it.
Formerly Redwood and the Wolf, but Wolf got a girl and up and left us. Kept us from keeping our name the same, so we changed that shit too. But the core is still intact. Still got A-Money and still got my rack. Still got the funny and still got the sack to say everything's old. Still on the level of the EVENT. Still me plus Gonzo 3. Still booked by Miss LB, the Khaleesi of the INDIE. Republic willing to bet that your girl love it, getting her wet, them draws all flooded. Bet you regret the day that you let her get raw.
The beat goes on.
But the beat goes on.
The beat goes on.
But the beat.
But the beat goes on.
I'm talking about the beat goes on, yeah.
Hello there and welcome. This is the Raw Show. I am your host, The Redbone. I am joined by my co-host all the way across the land in Madisonville, Kentucky, from the Chocolate Factory.
Hey.
My man, Chocolat.
Hello.
And to his left, right, left?
Who knows?
Who knows? We're off. My man, Be Easy. Little Biz, what's happening?
How goes it?
In the background, you may or may not hear the soft tenor voice of Lil Perm, who I wish would just join us because he is an interesting character and he's funny, but he's also camera shy. So we'll see. We'll work on getting Perm. To my right behind me, clearly I'm Team Edward. I got a little netty Edward Cullen. Me in studio, and this is Raw. Thank you for tuning in. It's Monday, December 7th, 2015. Been a crazy week, at least for me, and I have a feeling that when I ask you guys, hey, what happened this week, that Biz won't say, nothing, same old, didn't know anything. I think that you have to say something this week because you just revealed to me that y'all had a party. So, 1, 2, 3, go. Tell me about it.
We'll see. I went to bed early.
You fucking liar. You're not going to bed early in your life. All right, so you had a party. What's the deal? What happened this week other than the party? Or what happened with the party and other than the party? I want to know your life.
All right. It wasn't kind of fun. According to half the group, it was fun. According to the other half, it was no fun. Because a good buddy of mine, he lives out of town. I've been ignoring him all week, but he calls me Friday, he's shit-faced. He's like, you want to come over? And I was like, no, I can't. I got a room full of guests and run around tearing the house up. I can't really leave. So I was like, would you come? He was like, all right. I was like, I figured it'd be just him and his wife. But now he's like, can so-and-so come? You know, when you party, you don't make good decisions. They're like, yeah. So he brings, let's see, who all did he bring exactly?
Wait, let's back up. Was this, all right, was it just you and Biz sitting at the house, and then you get hold of him, and then he turns it into a party, or were you already having a party?
No, it was us two plus two already.
Boys or girls?
Guys.
All right, so shit's getting sexy. Keep going.
Trying to.
We
All
fight.
right, do I know this person, by the way? Do I know this guy and his wife?
I
doubt it.
No, I don't think so.
All right, so you holler at this man, and then what happened?
Yeah, you're right. We're having a sausage party by choice. We're getting sick of all the girls that we come in
Sometimes,
contact
man, you need
with.
some time away from some bitches, man. I understand. No disrespect to the ladies.
All right, yeah, so he calls. He's like, what are you doing? Come over. I'm like, I can't do it. I'm like, but you can. He's like, all right, is it cool if I bring Teresa, which is his wife? And I was like, sure. And he's like, what? And so-and-so? I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Well, what about so-and-so? And can I also bring such and such?
Yeah, you know how it goes. That's probably happened to you before.
And you've been drinking, maybe, I don't know, doing who knows what else, and you were a yes man, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, everything sounds like a good idea when you party.
Right.
We could be like, hey, let's do heart surgery on each other right here in my den. And the other person would be like, all right, you go first.
Yes, I got brands on my stomach that I had in my I got branded in my late 20s as a full-grown adult with my brain fully developed. That's what partying can do. So you're preaching to the choir is what I'm saying.
Hey, at least you're a cute dog now.
Yeah, I guess.
It really tie your whole look together.
I want to be in Shaq's fraternity too.
Mine's on my belly. Do they do the arm though, right? One of those brands? Okay, well I
nasty ones too.
Yeah, I saw a guy this weekend at Western that had one. Ugh. They really dig in there. But anyway, back to your party.
Okay, let's see what it was. It's like, can my wife come? Sure. All right, well, can her friend come? Sure. And he's like, well, that friend also has two friends. I'm like, okay, it's cool.
That's up to 4 girls right now.
Yeah.
Right? So we're almost even.
Yeah, we're working our way up.
Good work.
And they were like, you got food? No. I mean, yeah, I was like, I got some stuff. We got some stuff, but
well, boy, some hot dogs. That's inside joke. Anyway.
And they came, and so they knocked on the door, let them in, and it looked like I guess it would be a clown car. Like the door opens and like 5 more get out, and then the little ones get out last, and then the even littler ones get out last, and they fall down.
Right.
Drunk. And they come in, and so it's kind of shoulder to shoulder, and everybody was inebriated like badly, and we were standing in the den spinning around like nobody had balance. I was like, wow, you could have confused this with a Thriller video, the way everybody was just like leaning over the trash can, leaning over the stove. We were cooking. But the one cool thing is, though, they went to the store. He sent his wife. She went to Walmart and got like $100 worth of T-bones and ribeyes and come here and cooked it while everybody was spinning around, partying, commiserating, mingling.
What was the total number of people at your house?
How many would you say was over here? Biz? At one point.
We were at 7 when I left.
7 to 12.
Was Perm there?
Yeah.
My man. Wait, he's not married, is he?
Who?
Perm.
No.
Okay.
He's married to the gang.
Oh yeah. I'd be real disappointed if he had tied the knot. I want to tell y'all all about Perm, but shit, he's trying to hide. Anyway, just so you know, Walmart, and I didn't know this till recently, Walmart carries prime beef. So if she brought some old Choice bullshit back, I mean, thanks for getting the steaks, but really, thanks for getting the gristle. She had the option of getting y'all prime beef. She didn't, did she?
Oh, I had all the prime beef she needed.
Oh, shit. That's a man's wife. So I hope he's listening.
I haven't saw you before.
And clearly you can take this guy, whoever he is, because You just put it right out there for the world on a radio show. Hey,
I didn't even meet her.
didn't even meet her. Did you come late?
I left early.
Why?
Yeah, she went to the store.
I was chasing skirt.
Uh-huh. All right. By the way, I was rather fond of your friend last week. I already forgot her name.
AB, Amber, yeah.
AB. Yeah, she was a good one. Good work. I hope that you two make love from time to time. That's just me living through you. So, yeah, nice job on that. She was a cute one. I think so. Even though that, oh, by the way, FYI, we, this show that you're listening to, you can also watch it on YouTube. Our YouTube channel, which is Raw. I mean, fucking look it up. And we stream this live, so in HD. Problem is, I don't think yours is. I know my camera on this particular computer is not a high definition video camera.
Which is not a bad thing, technically, because...
Not the face like
favorite. Yeah.
I mean, it helps me.
Besides you, we all have radio faces.
Shit.
So, it's good it's not an HD, right?
I'm a firm believer in a little bit of fuzz on anything I got going. Yes, even with captain's hat and shades and a beard, there's some ugly seeping through. And yeah, I would really, be probably more comfortable if we just stuck to the radio. But you know what? It's 2015, almost 16, and the world needs vids. The kids need vids. So if you want to see those
for the kids,
vids for the kids, go to our YouTube channel and check us out. And it appeared through the fuzziness of the lack of HD that we have that she was a good-looking person. Is she? Y'all see her.
Of course she is.
Yeah, she was cute. At noon. But later on that night at 10, different story.
I don't allow
she must be fine. Excuse me? What did you just say?
I said I don't allow unattractive girls around me. It's just
Chocolate, you gonna let him get away with that nonsensical lie of the devil right there? You just gonna let him lie?
His nose grew a little bit.
Yeah, you over here looking like me. Look at that profile. All right, for real. Couple things we need to talk about, boys. Last week, we all did some things. Really, it was me. All right, first off, I'm not...
is your roommate alive?
That's what I'm getting at, yes. I'm not a egomaniac, and I don't enjoy... I mean, I sit through 2 hours of this shit, plus prep time and all that. I don't sit and masturbate to my own show and listen to every episode back. I just... not into that. Now that it's on video, I might start doing that, but I haven't yet. I did watch this past episode just to get a feel for what we did wrong, because it was our first one. So the lighting and all that shit, we needed to adjust some things. I noticed once I played the video back from last week's episode that I made light of something very serious, and I joked about it over and over and over, and even made light of the person upstairs in agony.
Did somebody write in the show? Do you get angry letters?
No, but for those who did listen last week, I was in the middle of getting prepared for the show when my roommate, who is epileptic, went into a grand mal seizure. I'm going to put a pin in it. I'm going to leave it right there. That's a teaser, because what started as a seizure and ha-ha, no big deal, laughing about it, turned into a rough week for my household. I'll get into all of it, and I'll tell you, y'all, really?
You called it a grandmother one? I remember a different happening.
My grandma's seizures was nothing like that.
Right.
Just wait till you hear this story. I can't. I'm ashamed. But I'm also a hero. So to be continued. BRB, LOL. You listening to Raw Show, EventLevel.com, part of the Indie Republic Network. We appreciate your ear holes and your eyes looking at us. BRB.
Them 30s for shorty.
Oh yeah.
Got them 30s for shorty.
Raw Show. Parental discretion is advised.
Got them 30s for shorty. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free.
What she do? She taking Adderall to study, but she V-cut the class cause them yellow school buses are so hard to pass. Can't drive too fast cause her bumper's gon' drag. At per 30 miles per hour, burning 60 out the bag. She's a freak for them pills. You crush it, she blow it. Won't smoke dope, but cocaine is so cool. It's polar. Roller coaster rides up on the mushroom she orders. It's appetizers to opiates that just cross the border. You know, that's just a day in the life of them chicks who Power Ranger kick it on Mighty Morphine drips. Ain't no doubt about it if you got that script. She will get naked, ass is stripped. So drop on her tongue and smash the bitch. Actually, banging sounds more accurate. So if your balls are blue and hurting, just get them
30s for shorty.
Why?
Cause she a pill free. 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them.
I may flip a little here and there. I'm that guy who knows it gals, so no shorty is a squealer. If the feelings, it gotta be the one to provide it. Get real, I will do a little tailor to now. If later I get to peel her like a banana. I am a man and a fan of punani, handling hands, the other hand in them panties. And I am handy with hands, and you're still and inserting. So when I hand you a pill, you better plan to get dirty.
30, man, that bitch needs dust. She took it to the nose and she said let's fuck. I popped one, she popped two, and then she popped another. I'm laying on the bed and I'm about to grab a rubber, but she stopped me real quick and she banged the green monster. Cause X before sex makes it last a lot longer. She a pill popper, so Brady be plopping.
30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty, cause she a pill free.
It's the day,
got
man.
them 30s for shorty, cause
We give them to the show.
got them 30s for
She's a
shorty.
freak for the pills. They love them pills. She's just a freak for the pills.
Got them 30s
That
for
got a
shorty.
freak for the pills.
Got them 30s
She
for
get
shorty.
freaky for the
Cause she a
pills.
pill free. Got them 30s for
She's a
shorty.
freak for the
Cause she a
pills.
pill free. Got them 30s for
She's just a
shorty.
freak for
Cause she a
the
pill
pills.
free. Got them 30s
That
for
got a
shorty.
freak for
Cause she a
the
pill free. Got them 30s for
She get
shorty.
freaky for
Cause
the
she a
pills.
pill free. Got them 30s for shorty. Cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty. Cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty. Cause she a pill free. Got them 30s for shorty. Cause she a pill free. Got them.
Yeah, boy. Welcome back. Raw Show. That was BB Clean featuring Redbone. I'm featuring me and produced by me. Yeah, I had a lot to do with that song, and that's probably fucking awesome. Thank you for tuning in to Raw Show, Indie Republic Network, eventlevel.com. I am here with Chocolate, Biz, and in the background, who you've yet to hear, Little Perm. And also on YouTube, streaming on our YouTube channel. Where were we? All right, listen, guys. I know where we were. I was telling y'all a story about my roommate. All right, my roommate has seizures. He is I'm sure he can hear me. He's in the next room. Used to be a drug addict. From time to time, likes to dabble. Likes to...
Yeah, there ain't no used to be drug addicts.
Yeah, I mean, you're an addict, but he's pretty good about when it's not even really relapsing, because he'll do something on occasion, then leave it alone for a while. I don't know, he's been hitting it a little hard lately. There's one main trigger for his seizures, and that is lack of sleep. And he knows that. So he thought it'd be a great idea 1 week ago on Sunday to get a bunch of Adderall and stay up snorting it and sitting online, click, 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 click. And so I was woken Monday morning 1 week ago today with a loud crash and then knocking sound, which was his head bouncing off the wall. He stayed up all night, and eventually his body said it's seizure time. So I went in there, held his head. That's all you really can do when they're when it froze up, is keep their head from bouncing off anything real hard. I knew immediately he broke his nose.
So you're the human straitjacket, kind of, for lack of better words.
Yeah, I guess. So I go in there, and I can't do anything for him besides keep him from further hurting himself. But I already knew he'd smashed his nose in, and whatever he fell on. And he's laying there, and then it stops. Then he goes into phase 2 of it, which is heavy breathing, blowing blood everywhere, and then starts coming back around. He starts shit, yelling stuff. I think I told you this last week. Is that
Frankenstein?
Yeah, I come in there. You know, I left him alone to go through his process. I came in there when I heard him hollering, and he just kind of sits up and looks at me. Has no idea who I am. Have to explain. I'm your roommate. It's me. It's Drew. Hey, what's happening? I said, you fell. He tried to repeat what I said, and he says, I was like, you farted. So then he repeats, I farted. And it just goes on and on forever. So I'm giggling. It's funny. It's really not funny. Seizures are terrifying to watch. I mean, some people may have little ones where they just kind of go off into space for a minute. This motherfucker has all out balls to the wall seizure, and they're ugly.
Mm-hmm. And why are we making fun again?
We are making
I firmly believe anything is funny if you've got a relaxed enough sense of humor. I mean,
and he didn't die, so that makes it funny. I can laugh after that.
I mean, there's time and place to make fun of anything.
He did bleed on you and poop on you.
He didn't poop on me. You're adding shit. You're just making up lies. All right, so I am trying to set up for the show, right? I come back upstairs to check on him, and he was in the bathroom floor still. And I heard him up and around in the back. He was moving around. So, hey, you okay? He comes out of the bathroom into my room all wild, crazy, runs up, gets in my face. Very, like, personal space. Like, what the fuck? Jumps up on my bed, smacks my covers, stands up again.
I farted.
He's not saying anything at this point. Then he sees an imaginary bird. He follows the bird, spins around, and falls on his face and goes into seizure number 2 in my room. That's why we did the show last week from downstairs. I had a man bleeding out and freaking out in my room.
Damn.
Yeah. I was trying to make light of it on the show just because, I don't know, it is scary and it is rough stuff. And I was just trying to lighten the mood. It was a very serious situation. But I didn't know how serious it had gotten this time. I've seen him have as many as 4 seizures before I've called an ambulance. He told me that was the number.
How many times did he have seizures where you waited to 4 before you called? Like, was there
I've only called an ambulance once. Now, he had a seizure in front of the neighbors one time, and they called an ambulance. But he told me
on that first seizure they called, or they wait till 4.
They didn't. He told me to wait to it.
I think it's Obamacare says you gotta wait till 4.
He said, Obamacare now says you have to wait till 4.
Well, listen to this shit. I mean, I'm gonna get something that it's kind of disturbing when I tell you. This has nothing to do with Obamacare, but it has something to do with the EMTs that serviced him. That sounds bad, but here's where we're at. He has one here. I go downstairs. We're doing the show. Y'all can hear him up there yelling, just shit, shit. I got him out of my floor into his bed, and he's just laying there hollering. Usually after 30 minutes or so, he comes back around a little bit where he can recognize me. He can talk. He knows that he has a seizure. He knows. He never got to that point. I'm guessing he had one probably during the show. I went and checked on him a bunch, but seeing where he was at, I think he may have had one during the show. He definitely had one right after. Once we got off the air last week, I had to be at Rupp Arena in like an hour and a half. So I'm rushing to get ready. My man has another seizure in his room, right in the floor. Ugh, bad one. I'm torn because, I mean, I need
Did
to
it
be,
on purpose.
probably. I need to be at work. He keeps having seizures. He's at that point. I'm probably gonna need to call somebody, but I don't know what to do. I don't want to. I don't want to jump the gun because he told me. I'm trying to honor his request, which was, don't just call an ambulance when I have a couple seizures. Wait it out.
Just for the record, anytime I'm around you, and if I ever have a seizure, anything, call it on the first seizure. When I seize out that first time.
Man, the second I'm done drawing dicks and a little pencil mustache on your face, I'm calling. I promise.
Oh, I should have had those already. So yeah, if I don't have dicks and a pencil thin mustache on my face, I'd be fucking embarrassed. The EMTs pull up and I don't.
Yeah, it seems like Drew's trained in the art of seizure handling now, so actually might not be a bad thing.
No, I'm schooled.
Do you got the list on your wall now? Like,
I don't need a list.
Paper towel in the mouth, turn over, put a helmet.
None of that. There's nothing you can do about their mouth. Oh, keep them from swallowing their tongue. They're gonna bite their tongue. He bit his about half, almost in half.
No shit.
Yeah, he broke his nose. His tongue was split, but blood just caked on his face. It was rough, man.
Damn,
so
cuz.
I'm getting ready for work. He's in there. He had another seizure. Now I'm like, okay, I gotta leave, and I don't know what to do here. I had someone coming from out of town. Let's put it this way. He had some dealings that I was taking over. Like some marijuana tea. He was getting some. Somebody was bringing some.
Yeah?
I had to get his phone and arrange that. Let the guy know, hey, he's having seizures. He won't be able to help you here, but I'll leave. I need you to come on. I need you to check on him here in the next hour or so, because I got to leave the house. So I arranged for that guy. I left the back door open. Arranged for the guy bringing the bud to come check on him. And right after that, another friend of ours to come and check on him. And the guy who brought the bud, that little shitbird, didn't even go upstairs. He just heard Alan up here yelling and said, I guess he's okay.
Yeah. Typical dope dealer. Probably named Martinez. Don't give a damn about anybody.
It's not, but close enough, man. And the other guy, a bit more concerned with his well-being. I hadn't been at work 30 minutes, and when he got there, and he calls me and he says, hey man, he's freaking out. This guy, his name's Justin. Justin calls me, you can tell he's shook because he's never seen that. He goes, hey man, I think he's having one right now. This is fucking crazy. I've never seen anything like this. I said, well, what's he doing? He said, he's just laying there, rolling around, screaming shit over and over. I'm like, okay. He's not having one. He's in the phase 3, but he just had one. So that's too many. You need to call an ambulance right now. He goes, you sure? I said, don't fucking question me, boy. No, I didn't say that. Yeah, I'm sure. Call him now. He calls ambulance. I told him, I said, make sure the paramedics know what triggered it. That the Adderall was involved. He goes, you sure about that? I was like, yes.
Oh, I've learned that from experience. Yeah, you want to be upfront and honest with them every time.
Got to, man. I mean, they're going to drug test him anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it could save your life. It has saved mine.
Yeah, and so my man flipping out, he gets the EMTs over there. I was like, keep me posted, walk me through everything. All right, this is why it's been a rough week on me. I should have called an ambulance probably on seizure 2. I was honoring his request, which he didn't even remember telling me to wait till X amount of seizures, but he did. And I was just trying to do what he said. It wasn't for the show or anything like that. It wasn't like, oh, my show and I got work, that's more important. It wasn't that. I was just doing what he said. But once he got to the number he told me, and I was certain that this was, because he never came back around. He was an infant all day, all afternoon. So from like noon till 5, he never came back to any form of himself. So.
Has he? By now?
We'll get to that. Yeah, sort of. No, yeah, he's okay. So, see, I didn't find out exactly what happened till yesterday. and I'll get to that in a second. But all right, here's the scoop. Justin says the EMTs come. They're really, they rush up there. They're doing urgent. Everything's, they're doing their shit. They're right
Upstairs?
on. Yeah, they go and they get him. And Justin tells him, he says, oh, by the way, his roommate wanted me to tell you that Adderall was involved. And it may have been the trigger. He said the second that he told him that, they went into fuck this guy mode. And they started chilling. They weren't in any hurry. I guess they're just tired of seeing drug addicts.
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks a lot, Obama.
Yeah, they dismiss you once they learn it's about substance. They'll totally dismiss you. And
yeah,
that's an irresponsible thing to do, if you ask me.
One time I had a serious overdose. I didn't have they were very nice to me. Of course, one of them knew me from seeing me previously somewhere, so it may have been a factor, but yeah.
Well, he said they were out there just hanging out, chilling by the damn ambulance when he comes out and says, I have his phone, if you guys want to take that. And they were like, yeah, that's what we were waiting on. They weren't. They were just fucking off.
Yeah.
The reason this is bad, all right, they take him to the hospital. It hits me. I'm getting ahead of myself. Sorry. I'm 2 days later. He's in the, they put him into ICU. He goes into intensive care. I want to call his mom and let his parents know. I don't have their number. I don't have anything.
You had to go to ICU? Damn it, man.
That's all I knew, is that he was taken to the hospital. And when I called up the hospital, they said, he's in intensive care. That's all we can tell you because you're not family. You're not on this list. So all I can tell you is he's in ICU. Well, shit. Wow. What can I do? It's late. It's after the game. I've nothing I can do there but wait it out till the next day and see what happens. His parents contact me the next day. They come in. All they can really tell me is he's in ICU. Come to find out, they misled me. I'm glad they did, because I'd have been fucked up all week had I known the truth. The truth was, and I didn't find this out till yesterday somehow, when I actually got to speak with my roommate, who, by the way, is now home with me. They released him today. Thank God. I went to take him some shoes and clothes and his phone charger. It just so happened at that time they were letting him go. So I drove him home right before the show. This is what had happened. He was, on that first night, on hour-to-hour death watch, on life support.
God damn, for real?
Kidney and heart failure, broken ribs, broken nose, God knows what else. I didn't know this. I was already tore up because I thought, man, maybe I didn't call the ambulance fast enough. And it was eating me up because I tried to honor his request. But that weighs on a man, because this is one of my closest friends.
Right. Where's the line at, you know? Yeah.
And despite him doing it to himself in a way, that doesn't change the fact that he fucked himself up. And it is tearing me up because I had no idea. I had no fucking clue. I just knew he was in bad shape, and I was great as is. So probably best no one time. I had to be, when was it? This happened on Monday. Tuesday, and at this point his parents put my name on the list, so I can call up there. I can get info with the password. So when I would call from then on, they would tell me again, he's still in ICU. He's doing better. That's all we can. That's all we know. Nobody told me any of that shit, and it blows my mind. But it's good. I'm glad they did.
So it was serious that time, right? Like
he was
pretty big
on
deal.
His fucking deathbed, and I didn't know this.
Holy shit!
Hour-to-hour death watch on support.
And I remember that day. It was, there's a lot of ruckus going on. So that fourth one, that was kind of like the event level game changer, and you're trying to honor his request, but
man,
it was really like a serious, eh?
It was. Now I knew that shit was looking bad, and I knew when we did have to call the ambulance that this wasn't a normal seizure day.
Mm-hmm.
I had no clue. It
wasn't like last Tuesday.
It wasn't like last Tuesday.
That's got to be rough to go through. I commend you for doing that, because that's got to be some rough shit. I I wouldn't have known what to do.
Well, I know what to do just because I've been living with him for so long. Because
Right.
I lived with him for 6-8 months before my ex and I lived together. So I've been schooled in seizures. This ain't the first time I've been through it. But God damn it, man, he was so close to death. Had he died, I was already torn up not knowing all this shit. Because I was thinking, man, what if I waited too long? His mother didn't help. Because when I went up there on Wednesday, maybe. I think, because they couldn't even get in to see him the first couple of days. I went up there to see his parents. What is Wednesday, or was it Thursday? I can't keep up. One of those days. And in my mind, I knew I had to be in Atlanta for work to do the Rosillo and Cannell show. And I knew I had a 10 p.m. call time. I was thinking it was the following day. I can't remember if Wednesday or Thursday one. In my mind, all this shit threw me off, man. I was a day off. So it's middle of the afternoon, like 3 o'clock. I head up there to talk to his parents. I stop off to get my hair cut real quick. I'm flipping through my emails, and I see that, God damn it, I'm supposed to be in Atlanta tonight at 10 p.m. And I'm sitting here in Lexington thinking it's tomorrow.
Damn it.
I start freaking out. I jump up, leave the haircut place, then get my shit trimmed. Take
Hop
off.
in the DeLorean and like, boom.
I jumped straight down. I still went to the hospital because they were expecting me. I run in there, told him the deal. Hey, I can't stay long. But at this point, his eyes were open. He was awake, couldn't speak. Just lay there with his lips sticking out, grunting. It was bad. I thought, seeing him that several days in looking like that, I was like, God, man, my dude is fucked up. Still had no idea he'd spent 2 days on life support. But I was like, man, they fried his brain to caveman style.
Damn.
Took him all the way back.
I had no idea that was going on during last week's recording. That's crazy.
It is crazy. And so I'm just seeing him like, yeah, it had me toe up. So I'm driving. And again, they didn't tell me what had happened. They just told me, yeah, he did break his nose. Okay. And they said, we're getting grunts out of him. We got one word out of him. She said, thank you for taking care of everything. Then she didn't help me being worried about it by saying he really should have been in the hospital earlier. Should have called the ambulance sooner. I was like, well, fuck me.
Did they look at you real hard when they
No, but
said that?
they didn't, but it ate me up, man. I was like, God.
Good.
So if there's irreparable damage, at that point I'm thinking, my man's going to be a vegetable. Fuck. And I could have prevented it had I just called him on seizure 2 or whatever.
Right. Don't feel bad about that.
Well, I got a 6-hour drive to think about that. So I'm heading to Atlanta. I'm not happy. I'm not good. I'm already running a little late. I have to call them and let them know, hey, we got some seizure issues. It's running me a little late. And I get up there. They were understanding. They were nice. But the whole time, it's just been, that's hard, man, to be that far away. I'm in charge of all this shit here. I got this cat who I have to leave 3 days in the house. So anyway, I do my thing in Atlanta, do the show, keeping in touch with his parents. They're like, hey, he's starting to speak now. This is the next day. I'm like, oh, thank God. I go to Bowling Green to work the GAC. What is that? Is that Great American, or is it, what is it called? Something American.
GAC conference. What's that stand for?
Something American Conference.
Great American
Championship. Football. Western Kentucky, where I went to school for a semester and a half. Played Southern Mississippi. Fucking great game. By the way, I don't know when the last time y'all went to Western it was, but they dumped $10 trillion into the school. I didn't even recognize it.
Yeah.
I don't even remember going to like 2 football games the whole time I was at Western. Because nobody did. Nobody's even there on
Football
Saturday.
team brought them up. That's what made
Football
it.
team blew dicks when I was there, and they had a high school stadium, and it was just crap. They have a legit stadium now, and they won. Now they're a conference champion. Yeah.
This week was the first week ever they was ranked in the top 25. They're making
Really?
moves. Yeah.
Good for them. Just want a little side note. They have a defensive back by the name of Wonderful Terry.
Is that his real name?
He came out of his mother, and she said on the birth certificate, I wanted to say Wonderful Terry.
That's the greatest thing I've heard all week, if that's true.
It's his Christian name, his given name is wonderful. How that doesn't make it on Key and Peele's East West All Stars, I don't know what does. You know what I mean? Because that's as good as it gets. So anyway,
Wonderful Terry
made my day.
The defensive end, Wonderful Terry. That's awesome.
And they do the thing on the Jumbotron where they're like introducing the players, and they come on, they say their own name. He even said his name. It wasn't like a nickname. Wonderful Terry.
Oh,
even if it was, it's still.
So it was like Hingle McCringleberry, Heckley Tech, and then it was like Wonderful Terry.
Jack Arias Tech Theratrix. Wonderful Terry. Yeah. You know how they
You can't even write that shit.
No, you can't. You know how they sprinkle in a real player like the Brickashaw Ferguson?
Yeah.
You know, they put in real guys. I don't see how he doesn't make the next one. He's got to. And they said he's going to probably go to NFL. So anyway.
There ain't no next one because the show is done. There's no more seasons.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they canceled the show.
Who canceled it?
They did, I guess. I don't know. They got tired of doing it or something. I don't know.
That's good for Western, though. That's awesome. They redid everything.
I'm talking about the Duck Center.
People.
They tore it down. It looks... I knew they'd done some shit to it because I've been there with the Wolf and we did some furniture shit there years back. But this, I even tried to do a tour of campus after the game just to reminisce. I couldn't get in shit. I went to my old dorm. I was going to go straight up to my old room, knock on the door, and insist that they let me in just so breathe in the memories. I couldn't even get in the fucking door because shortly after I went there, 2 guys went in and raped and murdered some girl and burnt her, set her on fire.
Are they looking for you?
They must have been, but security has stepped up since then. So
You
anyway,
sold that Ajax.
man, yeah, I got him. So I tried to get in the dorm. Oh, you have to have a key card to get in. Oh, come on.
Oh shit! It's like the Holiday Inn now. Fuck.
Right. Couldn't get in my old dorm, so I went up. I'm gonna get a workout in over here at Preston Center, which they've added a pool and all kind of shit to. Closed. Well, I'm gonna go up Duck and see how that looks. I got a piece of pizza. All I got to do was see the new Duck, and that was about it. So I was disappointed. By the way, got to see my cousin Laura Chin, or now Laura Bedingfield. I knew she was doing well for herself. Her and her husband, both pharmacists. I didn't know they was living in goddamn mansions. Damn.
Money team.
Money squad. Their house was I was like, wow.
So they're bringing in $500,000 a year in their household.
Fair bit of it, man. Big ass pool. I had my own guest bed. I mean, their house was legitimate, and I was proud of her. Felt good. Somebody asked me, like, "Were you jealous?" I was like, "No, but I love my life." I was very proud of her. Plus, I wouldn't want all this shit. I wouldn't know what to do with it. I had a house with too much square footage in Nashville that we rented. You remember that one, Biz, with the pool? And it was.
Oh yeah.
I didn't make the money that they made because they can pay for people to clean and land and yard work and do all that shit. When you have to do it yourself on 2 acres of property and mow it yourself and all that, that's a full-time job. It was eating me up, man. So I don't need all that space.
God, Laura Chin, pocket full of yen. I should have never hit and quit that.
I'd be mad at you if it wasn't probably true, and you weren't the only one of my buddies that did. She's a big girl. She's not my sister, so I can't get too mad. You cock cousins with a few guys I want to tell you about later. Probably aren't be happy about. So anyway,
back to your other point for just 1 second.
Yeah. Let's talk about the seizure. So I'm not done with that story.
We're learning this right here so far, just collectively. Take his Adderalls from him.
Already did. Sold the rest of them.
Yeah, because I have experience with that. I'm skilled. You take their medicine, and I will take it from him. It's a good thing to do. Plus, you get more Adderall, and it's healthy for him. So I just didn't want that to slip by. So remember that.
I realized just how.
You ever take my medicine while I'm sitting down? I'll slip the goddamn throat.
Hey, one time the TLDD left what was that? Term 120 of them in your car. I just soaked them up. The little blue ones.
The tiny fibers.
Yeah, that was my most successful college semester to date. When that accident happened.
He never came back and asked about it?
Yeah, but we gave him the old, I don't know, we'll go look.
There ain't no telling. Gave me old John Watts. That's
dishonest.
Okay, so where were we with the, before I got derailed on the Western thing?
That was in Perm's car, by the way. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
we're talking about Western up in their fuck. A lot of
we were talking about Seaford, my roommate, and I got off on the Western thing. I'm there 3 days away from home while this man's in the hospital. I'm keeping up with his parents. But I realized in those first couple days after he went in the hospital, I did what you were saying. First off, before I went to work, I hid all of his stuff, all his pills that he has that people may want and his money. I hid it all. Because I don't trust the guys that I had coming in checking on him. I don't trust EMTs, none of that shit. So I realized just how annoying a couple of our buddies are that get things from him, Bud and stuff. And they were trying to be like, I don't know, nice about it. They were trying to cover their tracks and saying, hey man, not to downplay the situation. I know, and I hate to, man, let me know if there's anything I can do for your roommate. But does he still have some Addies left? Because I was, yeah, man, come on over. So I sold all those for him, got rid of them. Took care of, so I handled his business while he was away.
You were probably like, how dare you? And then you're like, yeah, I gotta come on over.
Well, I knew it was going to happen. I even...
How dare you, $5 a pop.
But I knew that...
You're a terrible person. Meet me at the house.
That's pretty much what happened. I did even, since I knew I was going to be doing this for him, and I knew I was going to be the man handling all the transactions, I threw in half on the Bud. I was like, you know what? I'm going to at least make a couple bucks off this shit. So he came home to a boatload of money I made for him. Thank you. So now he won't believe this shit either. I got hold of the guy that he got the ads from, and I told him the deal. It's like, hey, man, because he owed him money for those, and he was like, oh man, that's terrible. Y'all need some more? Just let me know. I got some more. It's like,
that's terrible.
Sounds like a lot of long nights at the ER.
There's no morals in the game.
You're going to get sleepy. You want to get some more.
I'm able to use this as an ultimatum. If he slips up again, I'm out. I can't be put through that again. That's been weighing on me so heavy, especially finding out he almost died. It's been eating me alive, worried sick about him, and having to deal with these annoying pricks calling me every day. Hey man, is there anything I can do? Can I get some Bud?
What was the time frame that went from you were kind of standoffish about doing any of it to where you went full-blown dope broker?
Dope broker, that's good.
There was no standoffishness. What do you mean? There was no time. I mean, I knew that as soon as he went down, I knew how those guys were going to be. So that's why I immediately thought, all right, there's a guy bringing Bud. If I'm going to be doing all this shit for a week, I'm going to get...
How good's that Bud that people go all crackhead over?
I mean, not even that good. I mean, let's put it this way. It's okay, but it came in a fucking grocery sack.
Nah.
Nah.
Anything good's air sealed, Tupperware.
Right. So, but I was like, all right, if it's going to be like that, I need to make... I'm going to make me a couple bucks off of it because you guys aren't going to be bugging me to death. And sure enough, every day I was in, and when I was gone to Atlanta and they knew I was gone, they kept hitting me up. You back yet? Hey man, can I get? Hey, what about if? Can I? Oh my God! But he comes home to some money. That's good. I handled all that. I kept his shit hidden. So, imagine how lucky this cocksucker is having a trustworthy human there. All right. You remember, Biz, when I lived with Johnny Pockets?
Oh, yeah. I stayed with y'all for a little bit, too. And I had several things come up missing.
Like, whenever I mean, can you imagine what he would have done in a situation like this? Because it ain't just Addies and Bud here.
Yeah, your TV and your fucking shoelaces and everything.
But there's more than that. There's other things he would have got into. And he can't remember shit, by the way. He was having trouble even walking around, like, it scrambled his brain so bad. When I picked him up today, he had to stop a couple times. So my man, he thinks this happened on a Sunday last week. He's like, no, happened on Monday morning. I've had to tell him everything. He can't remember anything. He doesn't know who paid him what, when, where, and how.
Good thing you're his roommate.
That's what I'm saying.
Could be somebody else. You're pretty good natured and don't really rip people off. So
you can take that really out of it. I ain't ripping nobody off. I didn't. He had
Don't feel bad. I understand about that.
I ain't ripping nobody off. had he had any one of these other guys taking care of the situation, the numbers would have been skewed. Let's put it that way.
Right. Edward back there would have did a better job than those guys.
Yeah, Ned back there would have. and he's a vampire. He doesn't even sleep. So, anyway, we've been rambling on about this for a while. It's damn near 9 p.m. We probably should take a break. We'll finish talking about this in a minute. And then we're getting some more story time. I'm almost done, promise. But you're listening to The Raw Show. If you didn't know, telling stories of my week, and you guys thank you for letting me get it off my chest. I'm almost done, I promise. We'll be right back for the conclusion of this shit, and we're going to take you back in time to a terrible time where we did awful things, and we'll tell you all about it. BRBLOL, Raw Show.
Give me Laura's number while you all break.
I think I'm going to call this project For My Fans. I hope you guys fucking like this shit. This is really what I love to fucking do, man.
Raw Show. Parental discretion is advised.
I'm drinking pink champagne out of spraying bottles. I pour pints to the lane, but rich days, rich nights, and nice models. Feel like it's all but a dream, but I still ain't mastered my skill levels. Bitch said I look cool in my six like Bill Russell. Skinny nigga, my music is all muscle, nigga. I don't carry weight, I just live it, I don't struggle. RGF was the greatest gift. Now I'm cruising in the latest whips. I'm screaming loud like we made it, bitch. Cause I came from none of niggas north. And I came from New Jersey and niggas north. And niggas did me dirty and niggas north. Now I got all this cash and niggas north. Could've had the same chance, but he blew it. Yeah, baby. Whoa. Thank my fans. Because you guys, I do what the fuck I want, man. It feels fucking good, man. 1738.
You're tuned into The Raw Show.
Miss LB Management
063
eventlevel.com, promoting indie.
Shit start with a button, my niggas on my side, so you can never touch me. You niggas don't want nobody. I swear this shit is funny. Nah, you niggas suspect, got bands I ain't touch yet. Mine just bought a car and we don't know where the trunk at. Can't see where the love at, cause all we see is hate. My whole team a bunch of shooters who curry, we go to state now. Back roads, Versace lotion, your bitch is crazy with it. I can't get your bitch right now. Bet you 80 hit it. Well, I just bought a brand new car. He a Mercedes, niggas just know that when I pull out, I ain't playing with you. Used to be the nigga they play. Now I'm a fat motherfucker that got bitches for days. We could go toe to toe any night, any day, or we could go floor to floor, however you wanna play.
Word from our sponsor.
Attention all men. This is your boy Hot Meat, and I'm wondering, are you tired of the same old smelly strip clubs in the seedy parts of town, where all the dancers got bad breath and itty bitty teeny beeny weenies? Then you need to get your big balls up off the couch and come down here and let me sit on them at the Tri-State's sexiest all-male review, Dang-a-lang, home of the big dick swangers. Oh yeah! Come on down and get you a fat face full of greasy man meat while enjoying our delicious all-you-can-eat buffet and drink specials like Meaty Mondays, 2-for-1 Teabag Tuesdays, and everyone's favorite Sin Day Wednesday. With long necks are free till 9, and you get to watch me shit into a bowl on stage. No cover if you mention my name. Just tell them Hot Meat sent you. Hot Meat, the only club in town where the booty holes ain't brown. So hot. Located off exit 69 downtown Terre Haute. Ding dong.
I'm so excited.
Alright, we are back. Hello there. Thank you for tuning in. Raw Show. I'm your host of Red Bone. My other host friends are Beezy.
What's up?
Yeah, that's right. And Chocolate and Sauce. Chocolate. Say hello. You say hello.
Hello.
Hey there.
It's me.
He was tardy coming back from the bathroom. Biz brought to my attention that I just went on like an hour story telling you about my roommate, but I needed to vent, guys. I had to get that off my chest. Thank you for listening, because it was eating me alive, man. And then I found that out that he was near death. So to sum it all up, probably shouldn't have been clowning last week. Should have been stopping the show early and getting him to the hospital. Because had there been irreparable damage, man, or he died, it would have tore me up, man. So where were we with that? I think we're done with that. I think I've covered everything, but rough stuff. Anyway, let's move forward with this shit, shall we? One thing real quick. I know the Biz don't give a shit, but Chocolate, our Tennessee Titans.
Oh yeah.
Went ham bone and got them a big W. Now, I didn't get to see the game. I only got to listen to part of it on the radio. I was on the road coming back from BG. And
I tried to keep you in tune with
you kept me
highlights.
informed on what was going on. How the fuck did Jacksonville put up 39? We almost lost somehow with Mariota putting up 60 fantasy points.
Right.
Did it?
And our defense, we got Dick LeBeau now, which should have gave us, at least one nut. If not two, we should have had at least one nut
usually
in
two
the
nuts come
sack.
with the dick.
But
Dick Elbow there, not doing what he should, apparently.
right. The pass rush, it was pretty fire, but I guess they were just over pursuing, missing, or whatever, trying too hard, I guess, and just missing everything.
I didn't realize just how many rookies play for our, and most people don't give a shit about Titan Talk, but that's because they ain't true fans. So,
and on a side note, back to Western, they got LaBelle Hawkins. I think he come from Western, and Antonio Andrews, right? And that running back.
He came from Western? No.
Western running back. One of those two did.
LaBelle Hawkins, Hawkins hadn't played in.
I'm sorry. I said the wrong name.
Yeah,
but Antonio Andrews, a running back. Yeah,
he's
was
not
Western.
from Western. I'm almost positive because they said they were talking about him on the radio yesterday, and they had said something such Antonio Andrews from wherever, and it wasn't Western Kentucky. But we all have computers in our hands as phones, so it's easy to find that out real quick. Also in the news, aside from Tennessee getting a much-needed victory and making my day much better, this made my day worse. Scott Weiland died this week. Stone Temple Pilots lead singer. Stone Temple Pilots came out when I was in 6th grade, and they were a big part of the life, man. I listened to a lot of their music as a youngster, and he is a fantastic rock and roll frontman. Been in and out of rehab for drugs forever. I'm assuming that's how he died. Is that right? Is that what we determined?
I see one article that said that.
Anytime they say he died of heart failure, it's usually drug related. Like ODB died of heart failure. No, he didn't. Yeah, his heart failed, but so did everything else.
It failed.
50-year-olds don't, clock out due to that without some help.
Well, did ODB?
That's what they said in the news. I don't know
because of use of crack throughout the years, or
if anything.
Because I mean, especially for black men to die in their 50s of heart. I mean, that's not uncommon.
Right.
They have
hereditary. Yeah.
It's hereditary, yeah. But I don't know. I thought they'd just come out and say it, and like he also was on crack. Did they? Did they say anything about Scott Weiland? Have you heard? Or, I don't know. I haven't got the full story. I just
one. Facebook articles. You really can't believe anything you read on those fake news syndicates. But one of them I read, they found cocaine in the tour bus in which he died.
They also have said before that Denzel Washington died.
Yeah.
Playing with my emotions, unacceptable. Oh well, listen, I would like to take a little trip down memory lane and do what we have been doing the past couple episodes. Little by little, we are sharing stories from 99, 2000, from the good old days.
Hell yeah.
And I don't want to keep recapping every week right before story time. I'll find a way to condense it more and more each time, but the three of us, plus our token gay and Van Dizzle, our group of five, we partied hard in Lexington for a year. We did things right and very wrong, and it was an amazing year that, from what we can remember. What we were trying to do, now that we're all three together on this show, is relive those days. And we've been trying to look back on those times and remember events as best we can and refresh each other's memory. Because, I mean, these guys remember shit that I've long since forgotten until they bring it up. And then,
especially Perm. He's got a vivid memory. He does.
Perm wasn't around for most of that shit.
Oh, yeah. I've got one. Maybe we can start off with, unless you've got it.
No, go ahead.
You want to.
I got one little one, but I don't even know if y'all were with me. I can't remember. So go ahead, help me out. Drop one on me.
And
story time.
By the way, Red, whenever we slip into these Southern times, you need to write a little jingle that tells us back, makes us remember.
Story time needs its own song.
Like a little 10 seconds. But anyway, and by the way, I was right. I just Googled him. Antonio Andrews, number 26.
Really?
Fort Campbell College, Western Kentucky. Undrafted 2014. And he's their starter.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
He runs like a beast too. Like he's
and
got
plus
something.
On defense, we got two guys from Kentucky starting. Woodyard, who had a
fucking
very important touchdown.
Boy, Weston Woodyard, like the all-time tackles leader. I remember when he was playing at UK. You look up on the board at any game, and it'd be like tackles Woodyard 17, and this is the first half. And it's like, why is anybody else on the team tackling?
Right. You know what? We get those stats are kind of skewed because we always got like, this guy with so many tackles. You know why? Because our offense sucks so bad. We play defense the whole game. You have no other choice but by default to rack up a bunch of tackles. Even if you suck, you will get a bunch of tackles.
Yeah. You know what? I got a question for you. Somebody told me today that our coach stepped down. That's not true, is it?
I read that too. Yeah, but
how would I not know this?
It was even on KSR, but it was taken down really quick a couple weeks ago because it happened to not be true. That's one of those things. Facebook's news syndicates can go to hell.
I'm telling you, man, that kind of news doesn't happen in Lex without That's why I was like, how can that happen in the business that I'm working in, and that slipped by me? You know what I mean? Like, I thought everybody would be talking about that.
Right. The quarterback left. It's that one. If the quarterback leaves, the coach ain't going to also leave. One of the other.
Nobody gives a fuck if quarterback
unless they pull Jeff Fisher and fucking Vince Young. That sucked.
Lost them both.
Yeah. Fish said it's either me or him. Then he left, and then they cut Vince. Lost them both.
I don't know. I'll never understand that shit. Why you choose goddamn Vince Young. I mean, I love Vince Young. I named my dog Prince Vince Young, but but shit, he was. It was clear towards the end that he wasn't the key to the future.
Yeah,
he was
set out for the league. Really, I don't think
he made a 6 on his Wonderlic test. That's the equivalent of a 6 on your ACTs or
6 on the Wonderlic. Yeah.
I mean, Rich Catrick got a 16. I remember on his ACT. Boy, I clowned him to death. That's 10 points less than Rich. And Rich was not a brain surgeon. By the way, Rich, I hope you're listening, man. I miss you. We'll talk about you later on.
He's awesome.
He was a good one. But I think let's pretend there's a song playing. It's story time. And now let's go back and have story time.
Nailed it. That's it. Story time.
Is that it?
Story time.
Story time. It's story time. All right. I'll record that tonight. Done and done. Go ahead if you got one. Let's take me back. Let's see if I can remember.
Okay. I'm Herm's sitting here. He's kind of listening too, and maybe get him to help jar my memory. But back to that thing about the we're speaking on with your roommate about the Adderalls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what were we doing that night, Herman? I think all of us, I think you were there. You might have rode up there with us, but there's no telling who comes back or who rides with who. Was it in Lexington? Okay.
It was rave.
Was it a winter? Something in the winter?
What was it? A rave? Yeah.
Yeah. Party. Whatever, they don't call them raves anymore, right?
Well, we call them raves here. They're raves. I'm not conforming to some 19-year-old's lingo. Fuck them.
Right.
Some 19-year-old raver elitist to.
We were around when raves were fucking invented. Maybe, I don't know, but they can suck dick. No, we're gonna call them parties. Then what are you gonna call all these other things? Parties. Well, that. What? One's got a keg and you're playing country music, and the other's got a DJ and you're eating ecstasy. That's two different things.
Yeah.
One's got
good time all around to me.
Can't offend anybody anymore.
Sign me up for any of them.
Right.
You can't make anybody feel bad about it, so they would call it a party. Make them feel.
Rave so 99, 2000. Well, that's what we're talking about. So
2000 and late.
So you're 2000 and gay. Come on now. What is the what's the story time? So Adderalls in your face is what I'm.
We had went up to Lexington. I can't remember who was living there. I think this is after everybody kind of fled the scene. But we still had some ties, some unfinished business to do up there.
Well, I left.
So that, I mean, parties.
Right.
Sir?
This is after
2002 or 3.
Okay, this is years after then. Because I left and.
Yeah, they kicked me out in 01.
Right. You guys stuck around, and that's when Van Dizzle went to prison.
Right. Yeah, that was the only person lived there. That's right.
Counterfeiting.
We had one of our crew went to prison.
Secret Service.
Getting money.
Lafayette Mall.
Yanked his ass out the car, gun in his mouth. They put a gun to T.O. Double's head. Can you imagine what that does to a frail little gay man? Ah! Boy, he was shook. I remember him telling me about that. He almost cried telling me about it.
He probably was like, take me in. Put me in Hoover with Big Bubba.
$13,600 straight to the Secret Service they sold.
He was probably like, I did it all.
Man, they's on their shit. But anyway, I think they caught them through T.O. Double's thumbprint on a $100 bill at Dairy Queen.
It's some dude named Acid Greg. I mean, that should be Greg.
I remember Acid Greg, that fat fucker.
I never met him. I
remember.
Like a lumberjack.
Yeah, big old fat dude, Acid Greg. A great name.
Snitched them all out, set up a
Billy
controlled buy at Fayette Mall.
Asshole Greg, what he should be. What a snitching bitch. Okay.
And Dizzle, he's so clever that he was the main brain of it, but was nowhere to be seen. And they didn't find him for like 2 or 3 days later, naturally.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, that's not even the story you were telling, is it?
No.
Okay, my bad. I took it off track there.
It was, I think, the fall of 01 or 02, one of those. And at any rate, let's go up there and party and go to a party, right? So I think it was Perm, Biz, Brooke Martin, right? And me.
The B word, Brooke Martin. Goddamn, I ain't heard that name in a while. Go ahead.
So we went up to that party wherever, and I can't remember the details about that, but that's not important. And after party time, okay, that's where we're at now.
Okay.
So we're at a random's place. It might have been Miss McAllister's place, I think. We stopped around a few places that time. Okay, Firm confirmed that it was a random location.
All right.
And we were toting around the T.O. Double because, the rides get mixed up. People get higher than giraffe pussy and can't remember what they're doing. So we had him, and he just got his thing filled. Those little blue tins, which were legendary or historically my favorite ones. And they were just right. They even tasted good.
They did. They were sweet. They used to be sweet.
Right. And he left this big old bottle. I mean, like, shake them, boom, boom, boom. What seemed like to me, it seemed like 2,000 of them to me at that time. But I guess technically it could have been no more than 120 or something. And so he left them in Andy's car. And then, Andy, he's like me. We get bored quick, get tired of people. We don't really like people unless we're, like, screwed up. And so he's like, let's go. And it started snowing. And they were like, we're all going. Who's going to go with us? Everybody was like, whatever. They were had collars on, chains on, or whatever. And so we dipped out, started snowing. We drove all the way back to my house, and then I got something out of the back seat. I was like, whoa.
From Lexington all the way back to Madisonville, or in Lexington still?
We went from that party back to my house in Madisonville, I think, right? From
3 hours away.
Yeah. So we got back there. I was getting my shit out of the back, and I was like, whoa, hold on a minute. Christmas come early. Because, it was this big barrel full of blue tins, and Todd was calling us a bunch about it. We was like, why does he keep calling us? And then finally listened to his voicemail. He's like, Drew, or you know how he talks, Drew, or Biz, or something. I left my medicine back there. I just got filled, and I was like, well, take a look. So, in a nutshell, he's the okie doke, and I think me and Perm,
got all A's.
Got all A's. And that's the only time ever. And I don't even think we showed up to class.
I drove around for like 3 days with that shit in my car. Didn't even know it was there.
Yeah,
we were so jacked up on those that we didn't even need a pen and pad past school. We just telecommunicated the answers and the grades to the professors, and then we passed.
I don't think that Todd was truly. I don't think he really had the affliction of attention deficit disorder. I think he's just conned his way into it. But if he did, y'all deprived a man of his medication for a month. Poor month.
It was unintentionally. What was I going to do? Be like, all right, I'm going to bring him back up to Lexington and give him to you.
Mail him, I guess.
But I think he might have been. No, he wasn't living back in Texas. But I wasn't going to do. I mean, I couldn't do that.
No, can't do it. Man, that is a score, though. But no, you actually absolutely could have mailed him to him. He would have had his medicine.
You could have took some of them, drove all night, and been back by morning.
But hey, that was back then. We was all a little shadier back then. I ain't even gonna pretend like I wouldn't have probably kept Todd's meds. Clearly, I've changed my ways, or I'd have fucking robbed this dude blind. But that ain't how you do, you boys. And T.O. Double, though,
he's only half a boy. Right.
I don't know what he is. He was our dude and all, but I feel like with all the times he tried to take advantage of us sexually, I can't tell you how many times he'd wait till I was ate the fuck up on something, 10 forms of drugs, and try to talk me into something small.
That three-way.
A 3-way with a girl. No, I'm not having a fucking 3-way. He'll bring a hot girl around like, look at this. She'll let us both know you're not. No. I can't tell you how many times he was like, let me suck your dick. Look, it's just sucking. It'll be the best blowjob you've ever had. I got a dick. I know exactly what you want.
He's like, I know the great glory hole is. You'll never know it's me.
Guys, when you're tore up and somebody is pitching such a good argument that it's not gay if you just close your eye and pretend it's a girl, it's just me sucking your... That's hard to pass up. The best BJ of your life, you're that fucked up. I passed it up somehow, but just saying. He had a good pitch, all right? And no, I never let Todd suck my dick. Fucking disgusting person who's... I can see the cogs turning and you're underneath.
I bet you've seen it close.
I was like, all right, hold on, Todd, let me think about this. No! It's fucking right. There's nothing you can say that's going to make it not... If I'm participating in you getting homo pleasures, then it's gay, right? I'm a part of that.
I'm pretty certain there's probably people getting some homo pleasures from watching this show.
So we're gonna have to...
And,
shit. Damn it. So what are you saying? I'm gay right now?
Yeah, I think by accident we all are.
All right. Well,
that's snuck up and turned us all accidentally gay.
I'd much rather it be on accident than me consciously saying, you know, you're right, Todd. I'm gonna close my eyes, I'm gonna pretend you're a girl, and let's get gay. Hey,
let's get gay.
All right, I remember a story. I don't remember if you guys... You had to have been around. I know you didn't actually join me in the caper, but I remember you had to have been over because Deanna Story was in town. And we were so drunk, we thought it was a good idea to break into Daniel Folk's apartment. He lived upstairs, one building over, on the top floor. And he was home. and we somehow wearing robes. We had on robes. And I thought, yeah, I know you guys were over getting bent with us. You were over. That's right. You guys were there. Do you all recall this? Where Deanna and I went upstairs. We broke it.
Where are you talking about? Where at?
At the Commons.
Oh.
We were at my apartment getting ham bones. Deanna and I, with our robes, go upstairs. We go in through his roommate who's gone's window. I don't know why he left it open, but we scored. And we went in there and we took all of his groceries. Y'all don't remember that?
No.
And opened all his cabinets.
I heard about it. I didn't actually participate, but yeah, I heard about it.
I know it's just D and I that did the actual breaking in. We're like, what can we do? We don't want to fuck him up. But we took all of his food out of his fridge. He wasn't happy because, I mean, a college kid buying milk is a big deal. And we came clean eventually, but man, I thought you guys were more involved with that caper. There was another.
What's the tower called on the big tower at UK?
I don't know.
Kerwin or Lanny or Kerwin, right?
Yeah,
they renamed them
now. Me and Chocolate, we broke into the top floor one night.
I remember this.
Yeah, where I guess it's the Dean's personal whatever.
No, that was the Patterson office tower by Tally Ho in the bookstore. Yeah, you remember that?
No.
So it's a big tower at night. Only the top floor is lit up 24 hours.
Right, I know the tower you speak of.
There's a big grand piano in there, and somebody had like rigged the lock where it wouldn't lock all the way. And that night, like a group of us, I didn't know anyone else other than Chocolate, but we went up there. We, hit some blunts, and it was a pretty nice, swanky place.
I'm a little disappointed I wasn't invited for this.
It was spur of the moment. I just lucky I was there at the moment. That's the only reason I went.
I thought he was there. It's nice because they would never forget this. I'll never forget it.
Well, I have a feeling that, because I left first of our group. I went to, well, I mean, I only went to school there for one semester. Then I stayed another semester and worked. That's when I did the Mad Mushroom. And I think I even did UPS for a while. Ugh. That sucked. I was like, Dad, I don't want to go to school this. I just want to see what it's like just to work. Ugh. Yeah, that was a bad idea. School was way better. So I do remember, I want to say y'all did a lot of shit, because y'all were there at least another semester or a year, weren't you, after me?
I left. They kicked me out that second semester.
Me too.
Party too hard. Grades or whatever.
Right, me too.
They said I couldn't come back for another 6 months, so I had to lay low for 6 months. And
I was tore up about mine. I missed mine by 1 letter grade. Too much beer.
Really?
It really tore me up because I was working out with the football team. Working out with them, doing spring practice and weightlifting. I was like, oh man, I'll come back and do this and that. Nope. You're asking to go home.
Were you thinking the education I got wasn't in the curriculum? So they were angry at me because I was learning too much on the streets.
I got to say that we all had to get some education that year, the year that we were all together. But you're right, not the right kind. Not
got my doctorate in drug use.
It's a learning experience. You still learn about people and stuff and how not to do stuff. But yeah, it's valuable knowledge nonetheless, whether your teacher thinks so or not, whether your grade says so or not.
All right, I'm going to have to ask, Hot Buns, if you're listening, I need you to stop listening for 2 minutes while I tell a story that you're not going to want to hear. But these guys will remember, and I'm going to give you 30 seconds to take what I'm telling you and turn your radio off. I'm waiting till I'm even going to text it to you. Please don't listen to this next story. You may not like it. I mean, I wouldn't want to hear that shit. To this next story, you might not like it. All right. Hopefully you heard me and you're not going to listen. All right. We talk about Daniel, folks, and we were talking about Todd. Todd, we said this last week, but if you didn't listen, Todd T.O. Double would bring us, he was our bisexual, I'm making air quotes for those just listening. He was he was gay, he just wanted to be one of the boys, so he fucked girls on occasion just to be more like us. And he'd try to bring them to us, like throw them he'd really try to get them into threesomes with one of us. Gross. That was his method of trying to get freaky with us. But I remember he brought this one girl, not even very cute at all, but his pitch on her was, he brought her to me as like a sacrifice one time.
Like as a cat brings a dead bird home.
Right, and first off, yeah, exactly, like a mouse on your porch. And he brought her to me. He's like, look, I fucked this girl and she'll let you fuck her. We should do it together. Nope, but I will take your girl. He goes, she'll let you fuck her ass. All right, now I had only like a small period of time in my life when I was curious about ass sex. And
that sounds like a loaded question from him. He's going to be like, it's all the same, dude. The lights out.
Of course he would know that.
Yeah, of course. But it didn't take me long before, you put your D in enough A's, you're gonna come across a bad experience eventually. Mine happened quickly. It didn't take very many A-holes before I got doo-doo dicked, okay? Actually, yeah, this was the one. All right. I had dropped some D in Leather Cunt's B-hole, just out of meanness.
I love the name, by the way. That's
Leather Cunt, yeah. She was on acid and got you, bitch. But I hadn't dabbled in too many A-holes. It was new though to me, and I was interested then. I was down for it then. I was like, oh, a new place for my dick to go.
I'll try anything twice.
I was fucking 20, man. I was insane. We all would have done anything. Yeah, we were all terrible. I mean, Todd almost talked me into blowing me, and ain't a gay bone in my body. That's how nasty we were. I say we when it was me doing that.
I remember the conversations. You shut him down with the iron fist.
Man, there's 50 times I've had to shut that motherfucker down. He was always trying to get D's in his mouth.
No matter how many double stacks of Blue Dolphins or Yeehaws or Hooly Hoos you ingested, you always shut him down. That's good.
Somehow I was
commendable
that I was able to pass up doing gay things as a straight man.
People don't realize, I know people that are scared to take ecstasy for the first time because they think it's going to turn them gay. I mean, you're not going to do gay shit unless you might do some gay shit anyway.
If it ain't in you, it ain't in you, man.
Yeah. But don't do ecstasy.
Yeah, if you're unsure, you don't 100% know.
But it's fucking great, man.
Don't go to a rave and eat ecstasy, and don't hang around guys like Todd because they will take
or us.
No, you can hang around us because we're not gonna butt fuck you if you have a secret gay in you.
But it's not good for you nonetheless.
I'm afraid our terminology has gotten further misplaced. We're telling our age right now because it's Molly and parties, guys. Remember?
Well, it was rolls and raves back then.
Right.
So your shit. Keep up or keep out, kids. No, but y'all just brought me back on several things right then.
So I interrupted you. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, but you interrupted me in a good way. Okay. T.O. Double brought me this sacrifice, and under the pretense of, hey, butt sex, she'll let you fuck her butt. I was like, I'm in. She wasn't that good looking, but whatever. And for some reason, I don't know what we had going on in my apartment. I believe y'all were there. Something was going on. And y'all, I had to go up to Daniel Folk's room for some reason. Somebody was spending the night in my room. I don't know what happened.
Need some groceries.
He let me go up there and use his apartment to hit this toy of Todd's. So I did her in her butt on his couch. And he went to the office and turned the couch in and had it replaced. Because I didn't get doo-doo on it. There was no doo-doo.
He knew why you were coming up, right?
Yeah, and I told him all about it. I was like, I fucked her butt on your couch. Nope, got rid of that couch.
But you know him, though. He was having fun with this and not exactly participating in some of the stuff. He was, kind of the straighter edged.
By the way, I saw him last year in Myers. We talked for like 30 minutes in the middle of the night. He was a liar, by the way. That whole straight. You're right. He was our boy. He was my weightlifting buddy partner. We were good friends. But he played this card where he was a virgin. Weirdest thing in the world to be a college-age male. And he had sex with several girls, which I found out later. He even lied to me about it. And played this virgin card. What a weird thing to do, right?
I remember that.
Did it work though? I mean, if it worked for him.
Work how?
If he's telling all these chicks he's a virgin, they're like, oh, well, I want to take your V card, and he's getting laid because of it, then, you know.
I don't know. I don't know why he did. I think
right on.
Just to lie, like, I don't know, like preachers do when they blow a fucking male prostitute. You know, they say they didn't do it. I think it's one of those things. I don't know, but yeah, who plays that card? Who's a
head of the game?
I don't know. I was pissed when a girl told me, no, we had sex. He's lying. A female who had sex with him told me, and I was like, I felt so betrayed.
Betrayed?
Yeah.
Because you can see where you could put in minimal effort saying that, and you know us, we try hards and still fail, and he probably just said like 1 or 2 lines and it happened. So yeah, it's kind of, you know, I resent that.
Right. I will back to the sacrifice on his couch. It wasn't that time, but because she let me enter the BH, because she took me to Browntown, I let her come over again.
You did a little butthole to butthole action.
I guess. She came over again, and I tried it again, and that's when I got doo-doo dicked. And I went to I remember it was tough going in, because she had a big dump, she had a DOD, a dump on deck there, and I couldn't quite get in right. I remember going to the bathroom and seeing a little speck of poop on the end of my pee-pee. And when you see another human being's feces on your dick, it mind raped me. It tore me up. I didn't go back in the fucking room. I'm serious, guys. I slept on the couch. Now. I went to work early the next morning, and I never spoke or saw this person again. She called me, nope, negative, nope. I was devastated, and I didn't enter a butthole for 10 plus years. And I even think when I did later on, I just tried the tip. And I was like, I can't do this.
I remember this. You were getting ready for work, and you were so disgusted. You were like, I just took 2 showers, and you were like, I jumped in there and was washing like this. Yeah, like this.
PTSD?
PTSD BH, man.
ASD, that's what I said.
PTSD, that's a good one. That's exactly what I have. Post-traumatic doo-doo dick disorder. I've never had anything psychologically fuck with me like that in my life and changed me than that. So Daniel Folk threw his couch out because of some anal sex, and I swore off buttholes for the remainder of my life because of it. I don't know if I can go back. And I've heard guys tell me stories of things like this guy in LA was telling me, yeah, I was fucking this girl's butt, and then I pulled out and she shit everywhere. So we threw the sheets out, and then we kept going. We jumped in the shower, we got back out and kept going. She's riding me, but her butthole's so loose, it was leaking wet duty on the balls. I'm like,
burn.
Dog, how did you not murder this bitch and throw her out with the sheets when she shit all over you? That should have been game over right there.
God damn it.
Yeah, I'm not about any of that. I respect my dick too much to be,
Feel me?
Hey, luckily you could see it, but what if it was pitch dark and you couldn't see no colors and you just continued, and finally you flipped the lights on when you were done and you looked like a coal mine? That would be even worse.
Fortunately and unfortunately for me, I have the most heightened sense of smell of anybody I know. There ain't no way that it got past me. I'd even eat the first second I smelled a little whiff of some what I thought was maybe even a toot, I'd have been out of that room.
You're a better man than me because I may or may not have offered that info from experience.
I'm sorry? Run that by me again?
So I'm glad your senses are more keen than I, because that may or may not have been a line from experience.
True story, he says. True story.
You're gonna just leave it? All right, listen, we're gonna take a short break. When we come back, we're gonna complete tonight's episode of Raw Show. We're gonna bid our farewells, but we ain't doing none of that till he comes clean with this whole story, and I know what he's talking about.
Comes clean about getting dirty.
Comes clean about getting brown. He's
I like to put a positive spin on it and call it a misadventure.
Chocolate gets chocolate next. Raw Show. ARBL.
Roll
Raw Show. Parental discretion is advised.
They think I'm a genius. I think it's a bit inconvenient, cause really I'm just being lenient. I figure by now you'd have seen it. But yeah, they want me back on my game, back to attack with a immaculate name. Cracking the back at them, backing away. Xing them out, ain't no fact to the bay. You thought I was done, bitch? You got me confused with a dumb bitch. My crew in the town and we run this. You mad cause you ain't never done shit. But yeah, I've been on my grind from the beginning, ahead of my time. Like making a plan to get set up for now, but you end up arriving at 8:45. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound.
Yeah, I know who this is that said and know my name. Took 100 to the corner store to Poppy, keep the change. Look, crap, why so local? I'm like, why these bros so hopeful? Funny thing that I ain't tripping, bro, but I'm they low. They never cross the line, but if they do, they need a passport. Look, run all through my city, I'm the only one they ask for. And they still stuck on my last blow, they still pumping my gas though. So all this talk that I'm gassed up, my white queen shit on my tab, bro.
Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound. They told me to spaz out, been telling me they've been a bad drought. Been heavily begging me, tweeting me, tagging me, telling me to take the trash out. I stay on the job, dealing with crap, I'm playing the odds, it's hating their eyes. No wasting, no waiting, I'm making the time. They stay in their feelings while stay in their lives. I figured you know this. Oh, you saying I'm on my old shit. You the old hits, that's probably why you never know shit. And if this you fitting, then take it to heart. All of these rappers are breaking my heart. I put it together, you take it apart. I'm taking the trap and I'm making it all. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound.
Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown.
My kingdom finna get down as soon as I give them the sound.
Ring, throne. Ring, throne, crown. Ring, throne, crown. Ring, throne, crown. Give it a ring, give it a throne, give it a crown.
Raw Show. Parental discretion is advised.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. This one right here goes out to all my ladies. Don't take a word of this wrong, girl. We don't mean no disrespect. We just trying to say we like what you sit on, girl. We like what you're pooping with.
Shake that ass. All up on me just as ornery as you can. That cash. You like that? Make a Mac Daddy slap money in your hand. About to go, cause the club gon' close in just a few. Can't get past. Duty of the duty, make a booty shake a thanks from me to you.
I want a 5'6", thick girl. The ass and pussy smell like cherry dip. Oh, look at them thighs, got me surprised and about to flip. Girl, call you Miss Hoochie cause you can do me any place. Or a 5'5" Latina mamacita, making my misdemeanor just like us up and throw away the Kia. I call her Sophia and drive her like a Kia. Heaven say hey papi like my name was Jay-Z. But then again, I'm ready to take a iced out, powder wearing brat type bitch that ain't afraid to ask my ass where the hell I been. And after I leave, I have her thinking he gon' do it again. But when I get back, she feel me like the days don't end. Say sorry for asking and she'll never ask again. Give me any of these hoes who knows my life, then I'll still be B.I.G.
Shake that ass. All up on me just as ornery as you can. That cash. You like that? Make a Mac daddy, slap money in your hand. We're about to go, cause the club gon' close in just a few. Can't get past. Beauty of the duty, make a booty shake. Thanks from me to you.
Man, little mama over dog. I don't think she know what she working with, man. She look like she's sitting on about 22s, maybe even 24s. You need to tell her what to do with it.
Wiggle it, jiggle it, just a little bit, get 'em, get it with them skittle titties. Riddle me this, I'm any skinny penny pinching degenerate kitties. Enter with any fitting limit of spinning, pinning them, getting a happy ending at the end of the day. Get 'em worked up, then send them away. Them young bucks don't appreciate the beauty of the booty like me. A new set of titties really make her feel pretty, but don't be silly, it's plastic. Nothing more thrilling than the cop a good feeling on behind when the thighs are nasty. No matter, the booty gets better with every better cheddar that you let her indulge. Busting out a sweater don't do near as much for my bulge. Shake that ass all up on it just as ornery as you can. That can she like that? Make a Mac daddy slap money in your hand. Oh, cause the club gon' close in just a few. Can't get past. Beauty of the duty, make a booty shake. Thanks from me to you.
Raw Show. Parental discretion is advised.
Welcome back, Raw Show, EventLevel.com, Indie Republic. Chocolate, you picked a hell of a time to go off headset. You'd asked me the other day how you, what do you got to do to hear Shake It? And it just played. You missed the whole thing.
How can I get that?
I got it. It's on here. Computer.
There you go.
I got you.
Shake It. Cracker Black. That's something else. Bye.
That thing's legendary.
That's a good one there. My memory is we was recording it over at that one boy's house. What's his name? He's one with all the sisters. What are their names?
Macho Mike.
He's got a couple hot. He's got one super hot sister. Oh God, they all got little fat little noses. What's their fucking? Come on. You guys know him.
Could tell you.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway.
Jackson.
Not even close. It's Polish. Laskowski.
Ben?
In Laskowski's studio. And, if you know, he's not really a soul brother. And I remember me and Mark Seaborn were behind him listening to what we just done in the booth. And I guess the groove caught him, and little Ben started bopping his head a little bit. And we were like, Mark's like, oh, look. That made our day to make him.
It's understood. That thing is a really good song. I didn't hear that Mark and asked him, I was like, how do I get this? And he was like, I don't have it. How do you have the finest song you've ever said and don't even have it on?
Right. He's had 10 copies of it. I can't say that shit when these
I'd have had it on vinyl and shit.
I got the VHS, not VHS, a cassette. The what's his name? These guys I do shit with here, BB Clean and them. I'll make them a disc of a song we just did, like the ones from for Shorty. And every time they come over and we record, and I burn them what we did, and I'll burn them everything we've done. They lose it almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any of the songs that we've done. And I bet I've gone through 37 CDs on these nerds. So keep up with this shit. Get a computer or something.
Right. Detrimental to success because you sold it to the right person and might buy, rent it, use it, buy it, whatever.
And not just that, it's like, what if you can't ever find me one day? You'll never have the music that you made because you lost it.
Jake Cartwright, he's got it on his computer, and I'm thankful for that. He appreciates music. He loves that song.
He probably has more things on his computer of mine than he should have, like unfinished business things, but oh well. That's what I get for putting unfinished things out there. So you can try and change the subject all you want, Doo-Doo Dick, but let's talk about the time Chocolate went to Browntown and go.
Oh man. gonna try to do this in a nutshell because it's getting about that time. Okay.
No, we got plenty of time. You go ahead.
Yeah, we got all night.
Okay, I was in a town north of here one night, and it was too late. I shouldn't have been out. I didn't even know places was open this late.
Feels like Muhlenberg.
No, it's a little more fancier than that.
Here, Henderson, Evansville.
There you go.
Okay.
Now, is that a little place? Let's see. Just fly out of bounds. We'll just say that. And it was getting late. Last call, of course, which didn't make any sense because people had beer in there. I don't know how you get away with that. And you know, it was thinning out. The good ones are going. You know, the only ones doable
Slim
were
pickings.
Yeah, they were outside too. Started raining. Just one of those nights where it's they ain't looking good. So you got to do something to save the night.
Can't not go home with anything.
Also, I don't know how you say this these days without offending everybody. The ethnicity. We'll say that.
What kind of ethnicity?
That's to be determined. That's not important.
You black?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, it was a black girl. Okay.
And
that's almost offensive. Like ethnicity.
I don't even think I enunciated that right.
Yeah.
But okay. So I had let's see, how did I got there from Ellis Park. It was a big day. I mean, full of drinking, horse racing, all this. I was probably 11 a.m. like shit-faced drunk, and then this was, half a day later, still drinking. So you could have talked me into anything, which obviously, because she was like there, and she was like, she was like, "You want to go back to the place?" I was like, "No place." And she got me back there. I'm gonna try to hurry this up. I don't like this story.
Was it her house, I guess?
Her apartment, yeah.
Okay.
But I think her kids live there.
Were kids there?
Which is always uncomfortable. No, but there was a million pictures of it. That's not very fun either. It's everywhere you look, it's a guy that looks just like her, except for it's her kid or something.
It's like bitches it's like girls that put on. Remember when we were going through Tinder like a month ago or a month or two ago? Biz, and half those girls have pictures with their kids with them. Like, ew, swipe no,
right?
No, negative. Fuck them. What are you thinking? Anyway, go ahead. Not attractive, ladies.
Yeah, I mean,
lose the kids.
Even by my standards, this was what do you call it? What you call it the other day?
Slump buster.
Okay, this is a reverse anti-slump buster.
If you go wild, you need that one where you lower your standards just a twinge enough where you can get your momentum back. That's a slump.
So the opposite of that, it's the one you ask yourself, why am I doing this 2 seconds right before you do it? I don't know what drives me to do those things, but okay, yeah, it was lights out for sure, like no question about it. I'm typically lights on type of guy. I just feed off that. It makes me perform better.
Oh, it's lights on or off?
On.
Okay.
So
you're a visual learner.
Right. And okay, so lights go out, and hey, she's big. I mean, big. Like I got on the bed.
How big? We said twice. How big is that?
Here's an example. I got on the bed, and I was laying there.
Why would that help you perform better if you have to see all this bigness?
Oh, in general, not for this night.
Okay, but usually.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was laying on the bed. She did whatever she had to do in the bathroom, which she, now looking back, she should have did a few more things in the bathroom. Took a little more time in the bathroom. So I'm laying on the bed, and she comes in there like, I feel her knock.
Hang on, we're about to say boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
The giant's footsteps approach.
So yeah, I feel her knocking around. I think she ran to the dresser and shit, knocked the lamp over, and she what felt like, it felt like she jumped in the bed, which I don't know what happened. I just know I flew up in the air.
Did you get some air off the bed when she said that?
Yeah. It fully had an effect on my length. Like, got in and I I kind of I probably caught 6 inches of air and I just landed in her armpit like I was a little baby on accident. I knew.
Continue. What am I doing here?
Right. I think I even texted everybody I knew, but there's no saving me all the way up and
talk out of it, guys. I'm about to do.
Yeah.
I know.
We're getting more in Evansville. None of my friends are coming to get me. I should have just went to jail. I should have just did something illegal and went to jail. Been better off.
When jail's a better option than where you're about to put your dick,
yeah,
I don't see how you can even still go through with it. But I've been there and I understand what you're talking about. And something you're like, just like the devil on your shoulders, like, just do it. If nothing else, it'll be a funny story later or some shit.
You know what that devil looks like? You. It's your face.
Like Drew's face?
Yeah, it's this face right here with a little bit longer of a beard.
Yeah.
He's got that hat and glasses on too. It has been. It has been that way for like the last 15 years. My subconscious is face.
Hell yeah. I'm kind of proud of that.
Okay. So, we did our thing, whatever. She's like, can you do this for me? Hershey Highway or whatnot. Quote unquote. Backdoor or whatever. Anybody else knows any of those
She wanted you to put your dick in her asshole.
She wanted for me to hit that sexually in the front. Well, I've never done it because, well, it's kind of hard. But she's like, don't worry, I'll do the work. Okay. Okay. So, okay. All right. She did get to going. So I was like, I've never done this. So I was like, that's kind of cool. So I was kind of up for it for like 5 minutes. So it started, and it's not long. Say a stone cold 2 minutes. Yeah. Stone cold, less than 120 seconds, it was done. I was like, whoa. She must have been pretty turned on. I was like, she's awful wet down here.
When you say it was done, you mean?
Relations, intercourse.
Okay.
Her making me enter, and then just it being done. Start to finish. And I was like, oh, I imagine I turn girls on. I'm not that ugly, and they wet, but she was extra wet, slime, and nothing about it.
I'm getting nauseous already.
I'm getting turned on.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then I was like, I gotta quit. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Left with everything I brought. I had no intentions of even going back to the bedroom. I took my jeans, my shoes, and had them under my armpits and shit. With my keys and jingling. And I went to the bathroom. I was like, I'm gonna wash my hands, at least something. I don't want to touch my steering wheel.
When you went to the bathroom, what did you see?
Well, I put on the light, and I looked up, and it's everywhere, unexplainably, because I just got it on my hands.
What's everywhere? I want you to say the fuck
in your hair.
What was everywhere?
That's another good question, because I can't really put my finger on. Actually, I did put my finger on what it was, but it was a mixture, I would say, of
80%
dung
butter
and 20% blood.
Oh, I wasn't prepared. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh, I was blindsided as well. Fucking
right. So it wasn't my fault. Because you couldn't see anything, so I was like,
he did the work.
Do normal stuff, scratch your nose, whatever you do.
Was this period blood, or did you rip something in that asshole?
How could you have butthole period blood?
Well, I was thinking you did some pussy work too, right?
No, this was start to finish. That was it. Game over after that.
All in the ass. And
yeah,
you can't. I mean, maybe I don't know how. What happened? Why did she bleed? The most disturbing element of all this is that you aren't wearing rubber with this disgusting.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, for sure.
I don't believe you for some reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you get done. You're in the dark. You don't know. You just do natural stuff. You wipe your nose. You sneeze. Whatever. I don't know. Wipe your eyes. you know, wipe your forehead. Tequila makes me sweat. And yeah, I just go in the bathroom, freshen up a bit before I hit the dusty trail.
How do you nose?
Yeah, on time, I'm like, what is this? I was like, oh man, I was lying to myself. I was like, oh, that ain't nothing, boy. I was like, that ain't what you think it is. That ain't what we just all described. We're talking about. So I did the hurry up. Yeah, I took a shower.
So you meant to just get your shit and leave, but you're like, I'm gonna stick around.
Yeah, I was going to wash my hands off. I was going to take it off for everything else. I'm getting unannounced. I ain't gonna ask. It's better to do something first and then ask for forgiveness later. So I get in the shower and the whole time I'm cussing. She's like, "What? What happened?" I was like, "Nothing."
Nothing.
What happened? I mean, she had to
know.
Yeah.
Not until she got up, found out, right? I don't know. But anyway, yes, it was gross. I looked like I just got done doing a 12-hour shift underground. I was like, no.
You're minding something.
Doo-doo buddy, baby.
12-hour shift to underground.
Coal mine. He used to be a coal miner.
Place. Yeah, because you got to throw in the red there too. God damn it, man. I am so proud of you for sharing that. Thank you for ruining my appetite.
Yeah.
And God, man.
It did mine too.
How do I picture her being way older too?
Cautionary tale for the young kid.
Fun stuff.
Big emphasis on the word tail. Man, well, thank you for fucking sharing that wonderful.
I didn't want to. They had to coax me into it.
Yep, and
I'm glad it's on tape. As I love.
Permain said 2 words all night, and then during break he was like, "You got to do it, man. You got."
I've told as bad or worse. I think that's what makes this show what it is that we are open books. And if anyone chooses to listen to this program, they will truly get to know the dark side of me and whoever's on this show with me. Because
it's learning material too, right?
Well,
now I might save some young kid from that happening to them.
Oh, I think they should play it in school.
My only question for you is,
when you see this right here, this piece on your shoulder, Perm, don't just start talking now. You ain't said shit all day. Now we can't shut this little puppet up. Yep. I've been wanting to hear what you got to say all night. Now, yippity yap. Now that it's time for you not to talk. Drive me crazy. No, hell, don't give him any more. See this face on your shoulder, kids. The devil. I'm saying, just do it. Do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not, I mean, yeah, that was a great story. But you had to read it.
Tell me fucking snorting mushrooms or jackets or something ignorant.
Yeah, now somebody else.
Either of those.
Oh, yeah.
Mini fins. I like mini fins.
Mini fins got me suspended for
both of them. Are not recommended. Yellow jacket's a little worse than mushrooms, but
I saw his face fall off one time. And I'm not even talking about Milkman. I saw him snort a yellow jacket and his face fell off. He had to pick it up. I've never seen him in such agony before.
I instantly was like, "Don't do it, man! You weren't even gonna do it. It wasn't even on the table." But I was still trying to convince him not to do it because it was fucking bad.
So he turned into like Jim Carrey's body started up only in cartoons would do.
I mean, I've seen some things go up Biz's nose, but I've never seen him react like that. It was awful. I felt so bad for him. But I was part of the I was the one who suggested it. So,
That's bad advice.
Great advice. Listen, let's give some Bout It and Eat It. Let's get the fuck on. Bout It, Eat It, anything?
Yeah, I appreciate Big Perm participating.
Thank you, Perm.
He gives me good memory jar because he's got an even better one than I do. Like he can remember.
Because he wasn't fucking totally bent during all these experiences. He saw it from a sober point of view for most of it, didn't he?
Yeah, for the most part. I guess so.
I mean, he got a little bit of smoke, but he wasn't doing all the things we did. Was he? Or was I wrong?
No, he's always been that way with it, kind of. And it's great help for the show because sometimes it helps out with the details.
Well, hopefully Perm will reveal himself to the camera and maybe even put headphones on and speak clearly next time. actually, because he's always welcome here. Once he gets whomped, that is.
He's got a better understanding of what's going on now. I think he feels a little better about it. At first, he was like, I'm not even going to sit in this room.
I understand. It can be overwhelming. About as needed.
None from here.
All right. I want
the Titans. And winning the first home game, 2 seasons.
About fucking time. Is it really?
2 seasons.
Well, we got him a big W. I heard Mike Mularkey, the head coach, interim head coach for Titans, his pregame speech to the team was like, today we got to put our foot down. Let people know you can't just come up in this house. By the way, it's called Nissan Stadium now. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that till I drove through Nashville the other day.
It'll always be Philadelphia because that's the last time we were at any success.
Always the Coliseum to me.
Yeah.
He was like, today we need to start finishing games, and we need to let's start down right now. And I believed right before that, right after I heard what he had said to the team, I was like, they're gonna win this game, and they did. So big up to my Titans. Big up to all the filthy hoes that provided the disgusting, shitty dicks that gave us these stories.
They had back-to-back home games. Get to either one of those when they let people in for free, essentially.
I mean, I've been gone, but
That's right. You threw an ATL.
I don't know how we're missing them. But we need to get to one. We're running out of time to get to. Is there any more home games left?
I'm gonna check that.
One. Big about it to Good Samaritan Hospital. According to my roommate, they treated him fantastically. And that's not just because my ex-girlfriend is a nurse, but I feel like most nurses are total bitches, and I've never liked their bedside manner.
Fuck you, nurses. If you're a nurse or want to be a nurse, fuck you, anybody that looks like you.
They're all, the way they always, the nurses I've experienced is, I hadn't been in the hospital but one time, and I didn't like the way the nurses were to me. My grandma, anybody.
If you know somebody's a nurse, fuck you.
Fuck them, yeah. Get some manner, some bedside manner. But he said they were great. And big eat shit to Adderall for doing that to my man. And big eat shit to seizures. And big ups, I don't know. Thank you guys for hanging out, doing the show with me. It's been wonderful. We'll be back next week with more of the same Raw show. Coming right at you 1 week's time. BRB LOL. I miss you already. You two stick around a minute. That's
I can't take this time for granted. This could be my last, ooh Lord, and I won't make it empty-handed, so I'll leave it in your hands, and I bow down, Lord, one last time to give my all, raise my hands in sweet surrender to you, begging you to walk me through this till I'm home. God knows I'll never make it on my own. I can't take this time for granted. I fear that this could be my last, ooh Lord, I won't make it empty-handed, so I'll leave it in your hands. I've been trying for so long, never once did I give everything. No,
I can't take